Hello, hello, everybody. Hello. I am here today, and I have been feeling the Final Fantasy itch, but I don't want to be doing raids right now. I feel like I gotta get a little more coordinated for that. So, we're gonna do some Hildibrand. And I'm excited because I want to know what hijinks this guy gets up to. If I can launch the game. Ba-ba-ba. Ba, 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 ba. Okie dokie. Log in as Contraxica. Please. Oh. Change the game capture. There we go. I've been playing a lot off stream just going through and unlocking things that I breezed past on my way to the end of the story. So, I'm in the middle of unlocking Kortha stuff, but I can show you. Let's just go outside for a second. Because I cheesed a lot of mounts on my own. And I want to show you guys. I've got 30 mounts now. Hey, look at this. I've got this guy now. Look at this guy. I figured out how to do the achievement thing. He's fun. And then there's... Let's see, which guy is new? This guy. Oh, summon him. This guy. Sit on eyeball. Look at me. Very demure. And then... this guy. I like him a lot. He's just a hand. He's grabbing me. I'm in trouble. Blank stares. I find that really funny. And then I've got Nightmare, which is black unicorn. And all the horses. I think I have all the horses. Pretty sure it's all the horses. All the horses. I feel like these horses should have unicorn horns, but you can't have it all. One of the horses has a unicorn horn. And I just went into the Savage Raids as level 100 unrestricted and just cheesed it. Then I've got all these birds that I got. I'm not gonna show all the birds, actually. They're all very cool, though. I think this one's my favorite. Look at how cool that is. So yeah. I did a lot of cheesing off screen. And I did it off screen because that would have been boring to watch me just go in again and again to these things that I'm doing. But today we're gonna go see Hildibrand, and to do that I need to go to Korthus. Foundation. I also unlocked most of the stuff in Foundation so that I could find where Hildibrand was later. And now I gotta get in gear. Hi, Mama! How are you? Oh, I gotta mend. Hold on. I gotta go to a mender. Yeah. Good, you're playing too? Nice. That's Melder. Where's... I need a mender. There it is. And there's Nashu. Repair gear. Ooh. Repair all the inventories. It's just this one, but... Cool. I'm going to be the elegant gunbreaker for the Hildibrand adventures. Because I am just that cool. Hiya! Victory! So cool. Okay. Hi, Nashu! Well, I'll be! Kondraxica Zaratha in the flesh! A pleasure to see you again! Wait, is that why they call is this what they call serendipity? It is, isn't it? This settles it. You've got to help me find the inspector. Well, I was so hoping you would silently agree. So, I've been trying to calculate the trajectory the inspector took when he was catapulted into the sky again. I've triple-checked my figures and concluded that he must have landed somewhere here in Ishgard. Unfortunately, the investigation hasn't been proceeding as smoothly as I'd hoped. But now that you're here, we're sure to make some progress. Come, let's speak with the merchants and see if anyone hasn't had dealings with a gentlemanly Highlander. Hello, have you seen Hildibrand? A gentlemanly Highlander, you say? My apologies, but I cannot say I have had dealings with the man you describe. Good day to you, madam. Oh, you're looking for someone? A gentlemanly Highlander. I know not this man of whom you speak, but mayhap Mistress Elise does? She is well acquainted with rather a lot of merchants and noblemen. Hello. I've sold my fair share of goods to Highlander adventurers, but I'd not describe such clients as particularly gentlemanly, I'm afraid. Elise? Is that how you pronounce her? As ever, a warm welcome to you, miss. How may I be of service? Have you seen Hildibrand? A gentlemanly Highlander, you say. Now that I think of it, I have heard tell of a foreigner who may be the man you seek. Begging your pardons, miss, but did you say you know Inspector Hildibrand? An acquaintance of yours, I assume? I do not know his name, only that he is here by invitation of Lord Edmond. Or so it is rumored. Of course Edmond would be into him. Surely, as a ward of House Fortemps, it would be a trifling matter to go and ask after him in the manor. Yep, I can do that. I knew it was serendipity to Fortemps Manor! Or Fortemps. Whatever. Nashu would say Fortemps. Let's go. Oh boy. I'm all caught up in... I have so many quests. I need to go to... What's on? Man, I'm lost already. Okay. There we go. I have so many things that I'm unlocking right now. I forgot to do them before I came here. Hello. Let me in, please. Well met, Mr. Zeroth. Do you require assistance? Yeah, is Hildibrand here? Hi, it is as you say. At this time, Lord Edmond is entertaining a foreign guest. Huzzah! We found the inspector! If I'm not mistaken, their meeting should be ending shortly. If you like, you may retire to the gazebo and wait for our guest to depart. A gazebo? Aren't those dangerous? Then again, you seem a responsible sort. Not like to let a wild gazebo run amok. Very well, we humbly accept your offer. Don't worry about her too much. And if it wakes up, I'll have you there to protect me. I don't know what you find so dangerous about gazebos, but... we love and treasure you anyway, Nashu. Look at me. So patient. That must be Inspector Hildibrand. I cannot well imagine how arduous your journey must have been. Truth be told, I found the brisk Corthian air to be rather invigorating. It stimulates body and mind both, a welcome benefit when one must discuss matters of commerce. I dare say we would not have accomplished so much otherwise. There you are, Inspector! I've been looking all over for you! It's Godbert! It's not Hildibrand! I say, who do I see before me? Not one, but two of my beloved son's faithful companions! Lord Godbert! But I thought... No, we thought Hildibrand was here. Hildy? In Ishgard? This is the first I've heard of it. Aha! I found you at last, heretic! Who is this boy? Yes, you, the hulking brute with mad gleam in his eye, you brazen heresy is plain for all to see. Surrender yourself to the Inquisition at once. I beg your pardon. This man is an Ul'dan merchant here at the behest of House Fortam. Such baseless accusations will not be tolerated. A guest of House Fortam? Then he couldn't possibly. Though there were those two wards but they were acquitted of all charges on trial by combat. And if he demands the right to, then I would personally have to... Oh dear. Oh my goodness. I love Godbert. He's like, let me get my squats in while you figure this out. 1,000 apologies, good sir. I spoke out of turn. I am Seer, and as you may have guessed, I am an inquisitor who has been charged with investigating reports of a rather suspicious, possibly heretical individual. Ho ho ho! A heretic, you say? One who bears a passing resemblance to me? Aye, a man, rather muscular, wearing dark garments and acquitting himself a somewhat gentlemanly fashion, as some might say. This heretic sounds like the spitting image of Inspector Hildibrand. Could he be a fan? Say again, you are acquainted with such a man? Yeah, we're looking for him. He shot off. I see, and the man you're looking for is Lord Godbert's son? It would seem that our investigations may be connected, so I put you to a proposal. The first reported sightings of the heretic I am tracking came from Falcon's Nest. Mayhap we should journey there together. It is, after all, possible that we are seeing the selfsame individual. If so, and if he is innocent, it would be for the best if you were present when I apprehend him, that we might resolve this matter without incident. I say we go with him, Kendraxica. This looks like to be our best lead yet. Okay. Then I shall accompany you all. It has been far too long since I laid eyes on my beloved son. I gotta give him a southern accent because he deserves it. And if there is a chance we might be reunited, I should be glad to seize it. Then it is settled. We shall leave for Falcon's Nest at once. Thank you. I need to pick out. I feel like Hildibrand deserves a unicorn. It's a very gentlemanly mount. Hello. Mistress Zeroth, are these your traveling companions? I'm looking for Hildibrand. He took off his coat because, obviously, it's less cold over here. The mysterious muscular vagabond? Ah yes, a patrol sighted him lurking near the dusk vigil. Thinking he might be a lost traveler, they called out to him. But rather than approach, he fled. Quite frankly, I'm surprised you bothered to come all this way. That sighting barely warranted a mention in my report. Aha! The unmistakable scent of heresy. Hildibrand's just an idiot. Ah, terribly sorry. Old habit I picked up from my mentor. I know. I will not rush to judgment as before. Still, as much as I hope you find your missing inspector, I must confess some small desire that we instead unearth a lingering pocket of heresy. Of late, there have been virtually no confirmed instances of heretical misdeeds. It's gotten so bad that some are speculating our funding may be reduced, or worse, that the Inquisition's operations might come under review. That is why, Helone as my witness, I will find and bring a heretic to justice to prove that our order still has value in these uncertain times. Yes, I understand you have your reasons, but whether or not this vagabond was a heretic remains to be seen. Still, if you are set upon your course, you might begin to search near the Dusk Vigil. An excellent suggestion, Sir Redwald. Should we succeed in our endeavor, rest assured that you will share in the glory. He's like, I don't care. The hunt continues! Onward to the Dusk Vigil! I am told that region is especially cold, so do not forget to dress appropriately for the weather. Don't worry about it. This is appropriate. Don't worry, Godbird's got us covered. He's wearing boots and gloves. Okay. It's been so long since I've, like, spent any real time in Corthus. So far away. All the way over here, huh? Let's talk to everybody. I trust you are managing. Good. It would be a shame if we had to turn back now. Godbert took more layers off. This land has a beauty all its own, don't you think? A pity my dear wife isn't here to enjoy it. Look, it's frozen! Wait, does that mean the fish are frozen too? Oh, Nashu. We love you. Wait, hold on. Before we do that, I gotta bring out... No, not the mount. Anyway. Though that was a very cool mount. Minion guide. Gotta bring out my boy Gilgamesh. You can journey with us on this adventure, dear Gilgamesh. You've got the most clothes out of any of us. Ori, take me, it's freezing! Ah, this is a waste of time. No living thing could survive in this God's forsaken wasteland. Look at Godbert. He took off his shirt. He's like, I'm fine. I still got gloves and some boots. Like, no, we can't give up now. Over there, look! Someone's coming from the vigil. Inspector! Inspector, is that you? Oh my gosh! As I live and breathe, of all the places to be reunited with Master Hildibrand's compatriots, how fare you all this fine evening? Hark! A heretic raised from the dead by his brother's unholy magics! He's not a heretic, he's one of the gentle dead men. What brings you so far from Old Ogden, sir? Well, as you know, ours is rather a lonely existence, so when we heard rumors of an abandoned fortress held by zombies, we were delighted. I was chosen to serve as emissary and set out immediately. Alas, it seems my efforts were for naught. Have you seen Hildibrand? Ah, truly? Every last one dead? That is to say, irrevocably dead? Ah. If it was necessary, then so be it. Still, after coming all this way, it is more than a little disappointing, you understand. Then, my calculations were wrong? The inspector didn't land in Corthus? Now, do not fret so. It is our overlord you seek, then you are in luck. As the founder of the Gentle Dead Men, our fates and our aether are inextricably entwined. In fact, I can feel it calling to me now. Truly, good sir. You can guide us to Inspector Hildibrand? As surely as my rotting nose can lead me to fresh brains. Follow me, my friends. Are you coming with us? One must remain vigilant for heresy, for it can manifest in myriad ways. 'Tis a vile, insidious sickness which must needs be burned out ere the infection takes hold. Surely zombification would qualify, yes? I thought it only had to deal with dragons. Confound it, they've left us behind! Then don't dally. Come on, Seer. Who do they think they are, commandeering this investigation, and employing a zombie as a bloodhound? It beggars belief. We must regain control of the situation. With me, Kendraxica. Since when am... Okay. Oh, he fell. I'm like, since when did I agree to help you find heretics? I'm here for Hildibrand. Oops, I forgot to talk to people. Hold a moment, my friends, I must needs concentrate. Master Zombiebrand is indeed nearby, but there is also something else, mayhap a powerful magic confounding my senses. I can guide you no further, we must needs split up and search the area. Now see here, these wastes are infested with wild beasts, and you would have us split up? Kendraxica can handle herself, and you've clearly no reason to fear death, but what of Mistress Nashu? Ah, take your meaning. My good zombie, Kendraxica, pray see to the lady's protection. Inquisitor Seer, would you take the lead? Come on, you two, the inspector's out there somewhere. He's out there. We must find him. Oh, this is so far away from where we were. Ah, those sculpted legs! Clad in gentlemanly trousers. I know them. Where? Oh, here they are. Look at this goof. He's been surrounded. Look, Kendraxica, that's got to be the inspector. And he's surrounded by giant, fluffy, man-shaped gazebos! What? Nashu, what are you talking about? Nay, my lady, they are not mere gazebos. Note their regal bearing. They are gentlemen gazebos, fearsome, yes, fastidious foes who would surely tear me rotting limb from rotting limb. Only Kendraxica can save Master Zombiebrand now. Okay. I'll save you, Hildibrand. Oh, I gotta bring out Darlin. Do I not have a thing to... Oh, uh-oh. Put that in there. Hi, Darlin. Inspector, are you quite alright? He's buried. Inspector! Inspector, can you hear me? We've been looking all over for you! Oh, but this just won't do! We've got to get you out of there before you catch a cold! Don't pull him in opposite directions. I'm like, this looks painful. Ugh! Up! Up and at them! Everyone is waiting for you! Oh, forgive me. If I pull any harder, my arms are like to tear. Ah, there you are. We heard shouting. Have you perchance found something? Fury, take me! Is that a heretic? Confound it, I wanted him alive. Inspector Hildibrand is definitely not a heretic, and he's probably not dead either. He's just hibernating, like last time. Hildy was ever a late riser. Fear not, my wife and I had our ways of waking him. This is good. This is gonna be good. We're like, we don't need to be over there. Oh my gosh! He took off his clothes! Unleash full power! Right this instant! I didn't have enough time to read that. He'll be fine. Oh! Ah! Ah! I'm gonna pass out from terminal velocity. All those G's. He says, I'm awake. Don't put him further in the ground. Ah! That was less than helpful. Was it the Mandeville meteor strike or the Mandeville meteor drive? Ah, maybe Julianne was right. Trying to name everything only leads to needless confusion. One more time, then. Out you go. What? Who is he? Splendidly suplexed, Lord Godbert. Where? Oh, hold on, I gotta find my Hildibrand voice. What is his voice? Where am I? The snowy wastelands of Corthus? And who are these people I see before me? Ah, but of course, who else would venture into inhospitable climes and wake me from slumber sweet but my beloved fans? Yep. Why do I feel as though I've stepped through a portal into an alternate reality unbound by the laws of logic? Because you have! You'll learn. What is that? A mammoth? Where did it come from? Oh, that? When my father drove me into the earth, I found it buried beneath the snow. A little Lalafell girl! How adorable! Nashu, please. Note the firm, muscular legs, not unlike my own. 'Tis clearly a Lalafell boy. I'm the only Lalafell here, and that is not a Lalafell. Oh, you can't see my face. Hold on. Look at her. She's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Now that you mention it, I suppose his features are rather masculine. You two cannot possibly be serious. I am the very soul of seriousness, good sir, especially in matters of deduction. This is undoubtedly a young boy who, much like myself, fell into a deep slumber upon being buried beneath the snow. Now then, let us gently wake him and ascertain his identity. Ah! My face! There, that ought to do it. GG. What is this place? Who am I? Oh boy. I love him so much. Okay. Hold on, I feel like I have to change. You gotta put on your post-Moogle stuff. I guess. Remove. And then you put on your post-Moogle stuff. Very gentlemanly, darling. Okay. Let's talk to everybody. 'Tis not in all creation that cannot be repaired with a little tender love and care. Master Hildibrand is alive and full of beans. It's a miracle. I don't know where he got beans from, but surely there's a perfectly logical explanation for all this. Inspector Hildibrand's back, and he brought a friend! I remember nothing. Okay, Hildibrand. It would seem that although Father's ungentle ministration served to restore this young boy to life, they also robbed him of his memory. How did I get here? Who am I? Why can I not remember? Do not worry, young man. Everything will be alright. Take it from me. I have lost my memory more times than I can even remember. Uh-huh. Then can you help me to remember? Hearken to me now, for I, Hildibrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, do hereby swear to solve the mystery of the amnesic hobbledehoy. Wonderful, wonderful! I'll get started on a batch of Nashu's delights! Effective as your explosives were in the past, I suspect that Leong Gigi lacks the hardy constitution required to survive such an approach. Gigi, is that my name? When you woke, you were muttering Gigi. I suspect the phrase may hold some significance to you, so until such time as we learn your real name, I say why not adopt it as a playful moniker? But that's just the sound all mammoths make. What kind of imbecile goes and names a mammoth Gigi anyway? Gigi, I like this name. Thank you, kind sir. But how will this new name help me to remember who I am? Patience, Gigi. This is only the beginning. Next, we will return to the city and see if we cannot find any who know who you are. Come along. I like his hat. Okay. Now that I know our overlord is safe and sound, I too must take my leave of you and return to my brothers. I dare say rigor mortis will set in if I remain here any longer. Bound for Thanalan, then allow me to accompany you. Julian will give me no end of trouble if I keep her waiting much longer. though perhaps she will forgive me once I tell her of Hildy's return. This is rather a lot to digest, though you have the look of one who accustomed to such happenings. In any case, regardless of Mistress Nashu's protestations, the inspector will not be granted access to the capital until we can confirm that he is not a heretic. You have my word that he will be treated fairly. Yep. And if not, I'll just knock some sense into you. It'll be fine. A mysterious man. Or person. What was that? And he's like, you won't be helped into the city. And then I'm like, so he's in the city. Yori, take me that man. Ah, Kendraxica. I suppose you have heard the news, then, that Inspector Hildibrand was cleared of all suspicions and judged to be no more an eccentric curiosity? If you are looking for him, good luck. I wanted to thank him for his cooperation, but as soon as the Temple Knights released him, he and his assistant ran off to God's nowhere with that mammoth in tow. As for my investigation, in spite of all the twists and turns, I managed to salvage a satisfactory result. As far as the Inquisition is concerned, the suspicious vagabond was not more than a zombie which wandered away from the Dusk Vigil, sickness which has since been purged. So it would seem that all is right with the world once more. For now, I have no doubt that the Inspector will turn up again like a bad gill, and when he does, trouble is sure to follow. Hey, guess what? Did he show up again? Oh. Cutscene. Ah. End of chapter 1. It's Hildibrand. And Nashu. Godbert. Gigi. And Montforton. And the mysterious person. Gentleman hero Hildibrand. Seer must once more enter into a world he does not quite understand. I pray this morn finds you well, Kendraxica, or at least better than it finds me. It seems I have no choice but to seek out that inspector and convince him to surrender up his mammoth to me. 'Twas unearthed under most suspicious circumstances, after all, and who can say what secrets or heresy it might hold? Therefore, the Inquisition would conduct a thorough inspection, and if needs must, destroy it. Given his affinity for the contraption, I fear the inspector may not be amenable to my request. Nevertheless, he must be made to see that it is in the interest of public safety. Would you be willing to help me persuade him? Yeah, okay, I'll go with you to see how this plays out. Glory be praised. At least you have seen reason. Let us pray he will as well. I am given to understand that while the inspector and his assistant have been wandering all over the city with the mammoth in tow, they often frequent the gazebo near Fort Almoner. With any luck, they will be there now. Here. Isn't she adorable? Oh, are you going back to saying that Gigi just she? To the very pinnacle of the heavens. Okay, Hildibrand, what are you up to? Verily shall we scour all creation from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens for the answers we seek. Every day shall be filled with grand adventures, the stuff of fairy tales and legends. Huzzah! A grand adventure to the deepest pit of the seven hells. Just so, such is the creed of Hildibrand, agent of inquiries, inspector extraordinaire. He's already learned it. Well posed, Gigi, well posed. I dare say you have the potential to be an exemplary inspector someday. Right, that's enough of that. By virtue of the authority vested by me in the supreme sacred tribunal of Hellenic inquisitory doctrine, I hereby command you to surrender that mammoth of suspected heretical origin into my custody. Why, hello there, Draxica, and Inquisitor Seer, ever the jester, accusing poor Gigi of being a clockwork heretic when 'tis plain to see that he is merely a precocious young lad. Oh, there you go again, confusing the poor girl, as if those big, beautiful, boxy eyes aren't the soul of femininity. Noshu, please, were you not witness to the magnificent display of Mandervillian masculinity mere moments ago? That's 'cause you haven't taught her any better. She needs a proper role model to show her what's what. Now do both of them. Which one do you like better? Mistress Zeroth, Inspector Seer, what is all this commotion? I can hear you from the courtyard. Who's this? Oh! Lord Fortham. Oh, Lord Edmond. Edmond. My sincerest apologies for the disturbance. I am come to seize this mammoth on behalf of the Inquisition, a fact which I clearly explained to the inspector before you arrived. At which point they set to bickering about the contraption's gender. What say you, my lord? Do you think Gigi a boy or a girl? 'Tis clearly a strapping young lad, no? Fury take me, not you too! Has the whole world gone mad? Fine, but even supposing that this Gigi is a real boy, you cannot deny that the circumstances of his discovery and miraculous resuscitation were most unusual. He cannot be suffered to roam the city with impunity until the Inquisition has determined he is not a threat. I beg your pardon? Miraculous resuscitation? Oh yeah, we pulled him up out of the snow and then Godbert hit him on the head a couple times. I see, and then until such time as Gigi recovers his memory, mayhap it would be best if you adopted him as a ward of House Manderville. I will even stand as witness here and now, if you wish. No, she was falling asleep. Adopt? Then that would make me Gigi's father? Doubtless the Inquisition would think better of taking any action which might threaten the cordial relationship between our two houses. Yes, of course, I'll do it. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby grant this child the patronage of House Manderville. Papa Hildy, Papa Hildy. Inspector's finally become a father. It's so beautiful. Quite. Now that you need no longer fear the Inquisition, you are free to show Gigi more of our fair city. Indeed, I strongly encourage you to do so. Mayhap by the grace of the Fury, something will jog his memory. Thank you, Lord Edmond. I shall not forget this kindness. Come, my faithful assistant, my beloved son. We must away. Oh, Helone, I would not presume to question your grand design, but confound it all. Oh, Helone. Well, mayhap I cannot detain the mammoth, but I am still within my rights to observe the blast thing. Lord Godbert will be pleased to hear that his son is as hale and healthy as ever. Not that I would ever presume to meddle in another father's behalf, and certainly not without consent. Yeah. I think it let me jump over the wall. How long must I stand around waiting for that mammoth to do something passably heretical? Judging by the size of their estate, they wealth to rival House Manderville. Cor, look at all them halberds! I've never seen such a well-armed building before. Which building? That building? It's very pointy, Nashu. Come now, Gigi, surely gazing upon this wondrous work of Ishgardian architecture stirs something within your soul. This grand manor of House Durmelpasarte? Pray do not fill the mammoth's head with such nonsense. That is the supreme sacred tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory doctrine. I should know. I work there. Furthermore, I am quite certain that there is no House Durmelpasarte, and that is rather ludicrous portmanteau of the four high houses, including that esteemed house which but recently stood as witness to your adoption. Well, Gigi, do you remember anything? No, nothing. I say, rather than parading him before the grandiose, why not give him a taste of something more prosaic? Let us make our way to the holy stables that he might bask in the singular sights, sounds, and smells of Ishgard's famous chocobos. What have I gotten myself into? You can stop at any time, my friend. How do I navigate this city? Can you go down? Yes. Over here! Patience, patience, a wretched heretic never sins. So if I wanted hair that color, I'd have to eat plums, val fruits, and pineapples? How many? Such noble creatures, chocobos! How many halcyon days did I pass in the saddle, racing across the windswept plains? mutilated specimens of horse-bird flesh. Would you not agree? In the hands of a skilled jockey, any one of them could take first place at the saucer. These chocobos are the pride of the Ishgardian cavalry, and any temple knight who dared exploit them for personal gain would answer to the Fury herself. How about now, Gigi? Do you remember anything about Ishgard? Be sure to sniff the chocobos. It might help. Sniff, sniff. It didn't. You know, just because you found him in a Corthian snowbank doesn't mean he hails from Ishgard. Which is why we ought to try taking him to the markets and exposing him to all manner of goods from across Eorzea. Excellent suggestion, Inquisitor. Wait, am I now complicit in this farce? Fury, forgive me. Welcome to the show. But I want one! I want one! Buy me a chocobo, please, Father! I am a child. Father, that strange-looking thing is staring at us. Gigi. Am I that strange-looking? Oh. The jeweled Crozier. Oh, I forgot to talk to everybody. Dang it. Why bother? It's no use. Now, Gigi, you must not give in to despair so easily. Did I not promise you days filled with grand adventures and the eventual discovery of your mislaid memories? Spirits, Gigi, spirits! No, Hildibrand! My word, a vase flung to the ground with reckless abandon! Could this be the opening salvo of an indiscriminate campaign of vandalism? One waged by your wild gesticulations, perhaps. At least look before you strike a pose. The gods only know how much that vase cost. 123,504,000 gil at last assessment. Was over 700 years old and graced the homes of a dozen archbishops, 8 counts, 2 lord commanders, and 1 duke. 100 million gil! Oh, Helone, why have you forsaken me? What? He's got time magic? Well, would you look at that? What free from the consequence of my actions. It's a miracle! Nay, the divine intervention of the Fury herself! Did I do that? Gigi, my boy, that was marvelous! You're a born artisan, just like father! Papa Hildy's papa? Your grandpapa Godbert, the man who woke you with a few gentle taps of the noggin. You wouldn't believe what else he can do with that hammer of his. Why, some folks say he wields the very powers of life and death. Once he and the missus come back from their tour of the Western Highlands, I'm sure they'd love to see that trick of yours. I do not demean this mammoth's power as mere parlor trick. We just witnessed a miracle, and I demand that you all acknowledge it. This mammoth. Sir, I say sir, 100 million gil for the mammoth, nay, 100 million gil and the Duke's priceless face. My word, is that what passes for trade in Ishgard? Gigi is my flesh and blood. I will not sell him at any price. Please, Papa Hildy, no more. I know you mean well, but we can deny the truth no longer. I am a mammoth. Gigi, whatever has gotten into you? You are my son. You are a Manderville man. Listen to your papa, Gigi. You're a Manderville girl, through and through. Stop it, both of you. You're not my papa or my mama. Oh, poor baby. Oh. Hildibrand makes such good faces. Ah, the unmistakable scent of, well, perhaps not heresy exactly. Regardless, that mammoth's power cannot be allowed to fall into the wrong hands. Oh, children say the most hurtful things. Well, it is only to be expected. Gigi is at a rebellious age. Strange as it may sound, I too tested my parents' patience, and that on more than one occasion. But if they could weather the storm, then so can I. I say we find out what's got him thinking he's a mammoth. But he is a mammoth. How can you not? Oh, never mind. The course of fatherhood never did run smooth, but I, Hildibrand, guardian of Gigi, doting parent extraordinaire, shall find a way to overcome this trial and be reconciled with my beloved son. That's the spirit. Solving this simple case of childhood rebellion should be easy for a man who's unmasked thieves, defeated duelists, and led armies of the undead. Yes, it's all very... Wait, what was that about the undead? Actually, don't tell me. For now, all that matters is finding that mammoth. We should begin by speaking with the sentries stationed at the city gates and the airship landing. If Yori help us, he has left Ishgard, we need to know about it sooner rather than later. I will visit the Ark of the Worthy, while the inspector and his assistant head to the airship landing. You can question the guard at the gate near the manufactory, after which we will regroup there and share our findings. Dismissed. Who made you in charge? I'll do it, but not for you. I'm doing it for Hildibrand. Oh, I gotta change my... I'm a gentlewoman. Gentlewoman. There we go. I'm not an enemy of innocence. Nope, I don't need to go down. You know, I just want to ride my mounts inside the cities. I can get places so much faster if they just let me do that. Have you seen a little robot? Little fellow with a wide-brimmed hat. I came through here, bought passage on a supply ship bound for Falcon's Nest. One of them was named Lalafell's, right? Funny little buggers. Present company accepted, like, he seemed keen to be anywhere but here. Good people, you Lalafells. He's like, I was accidentally racist. Industrious folk, salt of the earth, like that waitress they've got down at the Forgotten Night. Though I doubt you'd sing or dance as well as she does, eh? Which is fine, I ain't judging. You're just digging yourself in a deeper hole, dude. I'm just gonna leave. Well, if Gigi left the city, it was not by the main gates. And the sentries at the airship landing have seen no one matching his description. Yeah, he went this way. Falcon's Nest? Fury take me. We must return to that freezing pit of despair. Wheresoever Gigi goes, I will follow him and find him and embrace him as my son once more. However, I surmise our final destination lies far beyond the walls of said outpost. Indeed, there is but one reason he would return to those frozen wastes. To frolic in the snow and cast his worries to the winds. Really? He seemed in no mood to frolic when I saw him. As I recall, he used his arcane powers to mend a vase, only to become morose and belligerent when it came clear to him that he was, in fact, a mammoth. One might say he remembered what he was, remembered his purpose, and so he returned to Western Corthus, that famous breeding ground for heresy, where we first found him. Home to his heretic masters to share with them the intelligence he had gathered on the city. As long lasts the undeniable, the unquestionable, the unmistakable scent of heresy. No. What are we standing around for? We have a heretic to catch. Inspector, I'm starting to think Inquisitor Seer might not think very highly of our little girl. It is possible, but I would not presume to know his feelings ere he voiced them explicitly. Until such time as he does, we should endeavor to surreptitiously bring him round to the opinion that Gigi is a boy of pure heart and good intent, subtlety in all things, Nashu. That is the Manderville way. It is not, but you keep thinking that. You can say whatever you want. Now it's much more sunny. I would know these tiny footprints anywhere. Gigi came this way. Aw, even her footprints are adorable. They almost look like they were made by one of those clockwork minions. You mean like this one? He's gonna beg our forgiveness in a second, I bet. Undo the thing. No, he's not gonna do the thing. That's fine. Aha! I knew it! The mammoth immediately left the outpost and looks to have headed north along the river. By the Fury, I cannot wait to finally catch him in the company of heretics. I don't much like your tone, Inquisitor. If our baby girl ran afoul of any heretics, she'd look them square in the eye and tell them she doesn't want any.
Hey, Inspector, I think I just had one of those moments, you know, of insight. Maybe Gigi came out here to find Lord Godbert. I did tell her grandpapa might like to see that trick of hers. Brilliant deduction, Nashu. He must be eager to meet his grandparents. The selfsame ones he renounced when he declared you were not his father? Ah, ha, ha, ha! What a fine young gentleman, eager to explore his heritage! Let us make haste, my friends, for a reunion of 3 generations of Manderville's beckons! Oh, he did the thing. I really can't be bothered. He did the thing! Okay, let's go. The track continues to the north. Up, 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 up. Oh my goodness. Look at these crazy kids. They've knocked out all of the antelope. Have to do better than that. The mammoth lies motionless in the snow, fragments of ice stuck to its cap, suggesting the impact of something small and round traveling at high speed. Hey, buddy. Ugh, my head. Who? Oh, it's you. You followed me. Oh, Gigi, if you wanted to have a snowball fight with your grandparents, you should have said so earlier. Papa Hildy was very worried, though he is glad to see that you are unharmed. It would seem he was struck by a snowball, much like these Steinbocks. These dead Steinbocks. Are you sure he isn't damaged? As if a mere blow to the head could fell our Gigi. We Mandervilles are made of sterner stuff. I myself have been driven headfirst into the earth no fewer than 24 occasions, several times from realms above, and my mind is no less brilliant for the experience. Sick, that might actually explain a lot about you. I expect the earth was no less brilliant for the experience. Why are you nodding? Are you nodding? Oh, he's behind me, isn't he? What good fortune to cross paths with you so far from civilization. Forgive me for not taking notice earlier. I was engrossed in my duel with Julienne. But how rude of me. Would you care to join us? Grandpa Godbert! Grandpa Godbert! Mama Nashu says you wield the powers of life and death. I beg of you, Grandpa Godbert, grant me life. Make me real boy. He wants to be a real boy. Are you sure about this, son? It may sting a little. I will endure whatever I must to become a real boy. He's like, I don't want to be near this. Then let us begin. Oh! Yes! Gave him real boy body. This body, it's everything I ever wanted. It's perfect, thank you. Now you just need a little gentleman outfit. Oh, but we have not even begun. Birgot, God my hammer. I can't do whatever. Whoa! Whoa, there goes Hildibrand. Oop. Oh! Yes! Papa Hildy, I'm a Manderville man. Gigi, my son, come to your father. Let me have a look at you. I think you kind of went a little past your genetics. Papa Hildy. Gigi. Oh, it's so beautiful. He's going to punch him. Ah! It's just like his grandpa. Get clotheslined! Ooh. Ooh. This is how Manderville men show true love. He even learned the dance. Now that brings back some memories. Papa Hildy, oh dear, who could have done such a thing? You are your father's son. Oh no! Time magic got him. Hi, the Furious, just like that vase all over again, miraculously restored to its original form. Oh, baby. We gotta find a way to turn that off. Gigi, my boy, upon further consideration, I believe that this body may suit you best. It is, how shall I put this, more manageable. And much more adorable. But how can I ever be accepted as your son if I remain a mammoth? Is that what's been troubling you all this time? But why didn't you say so? A Manderville is more than mere flesh and bone. He is vigor, compassion, honor. A gentleman for all seasons. Be you man or machine, it makes no difference. If they call you a mammoth, you look them in the eye and say, nay, I am a Manderville mammoth. The man part is less important than the Manderville. Mother, father, forgive me for not consulting with you earlier, but circumstances forced my hand. I have formally adopted Gigi as my son and ward of House Manderville. Ye gods, I thought he was fond of the mammoth, but did you hear that, woman? Our son's gone and got himself a son! Grandpa Godbert! Grandpa Godbert! Ah, it makes sense now. Grandpapa Godbert and Grandmama Julian. I've been waiting years to hear those words. Grandpapa Godbert, Grandmama Julian. Few things in life are grander than becoming a grandparent, as they say. Ha 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 ha! I don't know if she's happy about this. Uh-oh. And what's so bloody grand about it? Run. Yay! I'll not be made grandmother to a bloody buggering mammoth. It's past time I beat some sense into my beloved boy. Fury take me, I'd heard the tales of dark nights before, but no, it couldn't be. No, I think it was something far worse. Heretical like as not, but rules be damned, I'm not risking my life to find out. Smart man. They're mad, utterly mad, a whole damn lot of them. How their house could rise to such prominence, I'll never understand. Well, at least the mammoth seems to have overcome its existential crisis. Before today, I didn't know a mammoth could even have an existential crisis. Yeah. Wait, what am I saying? It's a mammoth! Why should I care what it claims to think or feel? Fury take me, their idiocy is infectious. I mustn't allow myself to fall prey to it. Follow procedure, report to your superior. One step at a time, one step at a time. Fair enough. I'm only barely involved. Who are these people? Are they heretics? Right then, my superiors, having been informed of the mammoth's adoption by House Manderville, as witnessed by House Fortom, proceeded to take me to task for my gross mishandling of the situation. They remain convinced that the mammoth is the product of heretical machinations and have commanded me to redouble my efforts to prove this incontrovertible fact. That may prove problematic, however, as Gigi seems to have forsaken his quest to recover his memories and thrown himself wholly into his new life as a Manderville mammoth, casting about any hint of a case alongside his doting father. In any event, though I do not share my superior's conviction, I think it's safe to say that there is something exceedingly unusual about that mammoth. You saw with your own eyes how effortlessly it restored that vase, and itself, to its original form. Reconstructive magics are not particularly rare, but his are unlike any I've ever seen before. Chapter 2 finished. GG! See you, Inspector. Okay. We're gonna take a quick break. I need to get some water. So, I'll be right back. Ads are starting in a second. I will see you in a few minutes.
Welcome back. Oh my gosh. Guys, I've had too much McDonald's the past week. It's all over the place. Okie dokie. Take a sip of my water. Give Gilgamesh some pets. Where's the pet? don't have it. I'll put it on there later. Let's continue. Episode 3. That you stand here before me is proof that Helone smiles upon me this day. I have need of your assistance, Kondraxica, and before you think to run away screaming in terror, I pray you hear me out. It concerns the esteemed, and now missing and presumed dead, Knights of the Heavensward. None have returned to the capital since all the unpleasantness began, yet recently we have heard rumors these honored sirs are walking the streets. 'Tis heresy most foul, and I mean to get to the bottom of it, but we will need all the help that we can get, which means, fury take me, we could benefit from a certain individual's serendipity. Besides, if we don't seek him out, he's like to show up at the worst possible time anyway, and this way it'll be on our terms, and we can keep an eye on that boy. Mammoth! Mammoth! Yes, right, you must be wondering why I asked you to come. Well, you and the inspector seem to enjoy natural rapport, so... yeah, sure. Praise Helone! For a moment I was afraid you'd make me beg. This may well be my last chance to prove my worth to my superiors, and if I can't... to Fortham's Manor! Fortham. And these French names. You mean aneurysm. Hello, everybody. Little Gigi's being a very naughty girl. But why, Papa Hildy? Is Gigi getting grounded? Because, Gigi, such behavior is unbecoming of a gentleman. But why, Papa Hildy? What is unbecoming of a gentleman? Hey, guys. Ah, Inquisitor Seer, Kondraxica, good evening to you both. Are you come as adoring fans or on business? Business, always business, you may be rest assured. Then I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, am at your service. Is it robbery, murder, tax evasion? Evasion? Wait, before we get into that, what's going on here? Much as it pains me to admit it, my beloved Gigi, the apple of my eye, the fruit of my loins, not true, attempted to deface this lovely gazebo. Naturally, as his father, it falls to me to see him returned to the straight and narrow. That's not true. I was drawing a family crest for our home. Now, Gigi, I know you are fond of this gazebo, as are we all, but it belongs to Lord Edmond. You wouldn't want to steal from Uncle Edmond, would you? I guess not. Then where is our gazebo, Papa Hildy? And does it have a warm stove with a steaming kettle too? Oh, Gigi, don't you see? We have no need of kettles or gazebos. As a gentleman inspectors, the world is our oyster. We can go whither we please, where the red fern grows or the wild rose blooms. And yet you've been sleeping in Lord Edmond's gazebo for how long? I don't care about wild roses. I want to live in a gazebo with Papa Hildy and Mama Nashu. Gazebos are quite expensive and dangerous if not domesticated. Dangerous indeed, my boy. And besides, we are gentlemen inspectors free to travel the length and breadth of Eorzea in search of a case. Does that not sound more thrilling than whittling away the hours beneath a gazebo? I guess. If
it's a case you want, you need not go so far. We are currently investigating reports of individuals masquerading as Knights of the Heavens Ward. These contemptible charlatans are rumored to have tricked several hapless maidens into attending private parties for a small fee, with the promise of enjoying the company of these great sirs. Those who were foolish enough to attend found their experiences to be so traumatizing that they have refused to discuss them in detail. Needless to say, your assistance in this matter would be greatly appreciated, and for it you shall receive due compensation. Say no more, Inquisitor, say no more! I, Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector extraordinaire, am well versed in the ways of the fairer sex. Since when? Mummy, Mother dearest, I was under the impression you had departed for Ul'dah. And leave my beloved boy to keep on playing and being an inspector, as well as a father to a bloody mammoth? Bugger that! You're coming home right this instant! I know she's supposed to have like a pirate accent, but I don't care. She gets a southern one. How can you say such things? It's my life's calling to be an inspector, and Gigi is my son. He is a Manderville man. Grand as it is to see you, you have come at a most inopportune time. The young women of Ishgard are in need of a champion to defend them from fiends most foul. Bubbles! Hi, Neon. How are you? Come, Nashu, come, Gigi. We shall demonstrate to my mother our peerless investigative skills and bring these criminals to justice. That's good to hear. Ballsy stubborn. Probably gets it from his sorry arse of a father. Nashu couldn't love Nashu. I love all of them. I trust you lot will help me keep him out of trouble. Right then, come along. Yes, ma'am. Well, that could have gone better. And worse. Let's not keep them waiting. What you been up to, Neon? I'm finally doing Hildibrand. How far away is this? Oh, it's just down the stairs. Please, do you think me so foolish to fall for the charade? From what I heard from the others, said knights bore not even the slightest resemblance to the Heavens Ward. A blacksmith shows up as armor blacksmith. He's a goldsmith. I think that's the gimmick. I don't know. As if I had not already memorized every detail of my Sir Adelphil's face. Oh, wherever could he be? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a goldsmith because he's like super rich. And also like that. Am I truly outside her grace? My allowance all gone to waste on those... I dare not say it. Mayhap those awful rumors are true. Mayhap. I must needs accept that he now walks in Holone's halls. What are you up to, Nashu? If the knights aren't supposed to, then why are they so popular with the highborn ladies? Well, because they did, obviously. There must be at least one fair maiden who can tell us of something of value. Who needs a gazebo? I do. I can say one thing with absolute confidence. They're all quite mad. Who, the ladies or
everyone else. I'm recovering from sick. Bad day yesterday. Left work early. Woof. Came straight home and logged on to 14. Yeah, I also took a day off. Which is quite unusual for me, but I was just not feeling good. I needed a nap. A hard nap. I'm learning to nap better, but I like slept the whole day. I demand satisfaction, swift and terrible vengeance. How dare they prey upon a lady's emotions to line their pockets with gil? Really well today. Nice. Yeah, that's the miracle working. It's right there. If Sir Cherrybear was here, he'd purge the lot of them like the festering sickness they are. Yes, a pity he too remains missing. So very much a pity. Papa Hildy, that grandmama over there is staring at us. Now, Gigi, a gentleman must be more careful with his words. First of all, you have only one grandmother. Second, and this is tremendously important, never, ever call her that. At least, not yet. Promise? Yes, father, I promise not to call Grandmama Julian Grandmama Julian. Greetings, milady. Nice. He learned real quick. Oh, isn't he such... Ain't you just a charmer? And there I was thinking I might have to rip your bloody head off if you said the G word one more time. Like that, Papa Hildy? Ah, my faithful assistants! Have you gleaned any new information? No. Other than the fact that these women scorn seem to detest fake knights with every fiber of their being. These two women were telling me all about what they'd do if they cornered Sir... Is this the best you can do, then? Bloody oaths and girlish fantasies? And you call yourself a Manderville man? I assure you, Mother, we are only just getting started. The tapestry of lies and deception behind which the truth hides is oft unveiled with the tug of a single loose thread. I say, young lady, I would beg but a moment of your time. Somehow I doubt that young lady was targeted by the charlatans we seek. Aye, 'tis true. I too was taken in by the false promises of those awful, awful men. Long have I yearned for a chance to meet Sir Velguin. There's these damn French names. So when they said I finally could, I didn't hesitate for even a moment. But when they escorted me to the manor and undid the blindfold, I looked in the hideous faces of those so-called Grand Sirs. I screamed and fled. They were gone when I returned with the watch, but their neighbors said they had overheard them speaking about seeking shelter in a place called Ildeshire. Or it's not. Edilshire. I know it's not much, but I pray this information helps you in your search. My lady, I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall not rest until these dastardly fiends are punished for their foul crimes. I feel like he and Team Rocket would get along really well. Huzzah! 3 cheers for Papa Hildy. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
And there you have it. Our quarry can be found in Ildeshire. Idilshire. Come, my loyal assistants. Justice waits for no gentleman. That's all well and good, but I've never heard of this Idilshire. Have you? Yeah, I know where it is. It's where dragons live, I think. You mean we're to travel to the Dravinian hinterlands right now, just like that? Yeah, you need to go. No problem. At least we're not trying to go to Ozzy's Law. I was doing all the raids on Unrestricted, and boy howdy, going back and forth between the Rising Stones and Ozzy's Law, having to fly all the way up to the freaking thing. I got tired of it fast. Oh. Uh-oh. Am I alive? What? Oh man, I can't fly here. How am I supposed to get anywhere? This way. I remember being here and absolutely hating this place and how it navigates. This place feels somehow familiar, but I can't possibly have come here before, right? Dude, you have amnesia. Of course you have. Or you could have. Oh, can I keep one? I promise I'll walk him and feed him and put fresh herbs on his mask every day. No, you can't keep the kobold or the goblins. Bloody waste of time. So, that was a harrowing journey during which I felt certain I would die horribly, or at least be forced to part ways with my precious bits. Truly, this magnificent settlement is a testament to the hard work and camaraderie of our Uplander and Gobby citizens. Yes, well, I'm just glad we're no longer being pursued by fire-breathing dragons, musket-wielding crabs, and bomb-throwing goblins, you know. The other ones. But they were no match for Lady Julian and that pan of hers, am I right? I want to see her make those bad gobbies fly again. God's sakes, Hildy. Except in Kendraxica, this lot'd be dead in a ditch somewhere if it weren't for me. Nonsense! I would never let any harm come to my loyal assistant or my beloved son. If I may interject. Now then, let us split up and question the good people of Idilshire. My keen inspector's sense tells me that one of them has knowledge of the false knights we seek. Guys, why am I here? Exceedingly experienced treasure hunter. Could it be? Oh, I know all about the Grand Sirs. They keep to themselves in that building of theirs south of the round spot. You'd best watch out, though. They're a dangerous bunch. Liable to kill you for looking at them cockeyed. It's entirely possible that I've gone completely and utterly mad, but are you perchance the long-lost twin sister of an Ishgardian noblewoman? Oh. Looks very similar. What? Look behind you! A three-headed Gabu! Oh my gosh, who is this woman? Why do I feel I've not seen the last of that old woman? Yes, yes, loud jocks knows of grand sirs. Sneaking uplanders keep to selves, mingle not with gobby flock. But to each own, loud jock says, no questions, only jingly shine. Oh, you must be talking about them grand sirs. They drifted into Idleshire some time ago, as I recall. Pay visits to the Great Library, though I couldn't tell you why. Don't know why she got that accent, but she did. Hello, Hildibrand. Hooray for everything. If only we had the testimony of a concerned citizen which could conveniently direct us to the villain's precise location. I have a precise location. The Grand Sirs are holed up in a building to the south of the markets. Good show, Kendraxica. There, that's the one. Come, let's inform the others. Would seem that no one is home. There is naught we can do, but wait then. Papa Hildy, I just want to say that I really like this place. I think that you and me and Mama Nashu could have lots of exciting adventures if we stay here. You may be right, Gigi. This community seems to have fostered an enlightened, free society, welcoming of honest souls willing to work and contribute to the wider whole. Did anyone happen to see a gazebo on the way in? Oh. As I live and breathe. Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Matherville. Could that be? I say, could that be Slowfix Coin Toss? Do you know this, Gobby Inspector? I most certainly do. Why, Master Slowfix was my very first employer. When traveling through Thanalan long ago, Gobbyflock was waylaid by Uplander bandits. With no jingly shine to pay brass blades, we had no way to take goods. Until we make busy deal with Gentleman Uplander, that is. With fastness he finds Uplander bandits and brings much bangy boom, and returns to good Gobby's missing goods and great justice. Henceforth Slowfix gains new appreciation for Uplanders, but for chance encounter with Gentleman Uplander he never conceives egalitarian utopia. One may even claim Hildy a founding father of Idleshire, with metaphorical tongue flaps, that is. Oh, the memories. It was a near thing, for the bandits were clever enough to see through my ingenious disguise as an innocent milkmaid. But in my haste to escape, I tripped over a barrel of fire sand, and, as they say, boom gobby doom. Corn! No busy deals for the wicked! No busy deals indeed. But leaving that delightful anecdote aside, ye gods, Master Slowfix, just looking at what you and your flock have made of these ruins is making me big eyes. Psh. Gobbyflock has come a long way since wandering days, but we have not forgotten Gentleman Uplander's kindness. Slowfix is here to offer hand lending. No busy deals. No busy deals for the wicked. Well, far be it from me to refuse. My son Gigi has grown quite fond of your magnificent city, and so I should like to stay here with him and my assistant for a time. We would not require much but in the way of accommodations. A humble gazebo, for example, would more than suffice. Why settle for a gazebo when perfectly good estate right behind you? Residents of building in arrears in Slowfix happy to evict them. But we were pursuing the fiends who lived here on suspicion of defrauding young women. It's funny how they did all these accents 10 years ago, not knowing how much longer the game would go on. We're stuck with them. Look, I'm making my own accents. Fraud in Slowfix egalitarian utopia? This he will not abide. All the more reason to let Gentleman Uplander and his flock stay instead of Grand Sirs. No need for jingly shine either. I also gave her a southern accent, and I know she's supposed to be like Lominson and like a pirate, but I can't. I gave Godbird a southern accent, she's gotta have one too. Huzzah, a giant gazebo to call our own. What, you find it hard to read Gobby Flock? Gobby speak? I do not know what to say. Thank you, Master Slowfix, thank you. It's the text which depicts all the crazy writing. Yep. No need for teary-eyed tongue flaps. Gobby Flock is possessed of a moral obligation to repay Gentleman Uplander for past generosity. Enjoy new gazebo and good luck with hunt for Grand Sirs. Papa Hildy, since this is our gazebo, is it okay if I draw our family crest on it? I love how they all misunderstand what a gazebo is. Nashu seems to think it's a beast of some kind. I don't know what she's mistaking it for. Gigi thinks that any house is a gazebo. And I have no idea what Hildibrand thinks. I can think of no better way to celebrate this joyous occasion and perhaps draw the ire of our new home's former tenants. Come, let us go and purchase some paints together. This gazebo shall be your canvas. One of those moments you go, bless your heart. Kendraxica is mildly involved. Almost not at all. Now he's done and gotten himself a sodden gazebo? Bloody hells, if he really thinks I'm gonna let him keep on playing at being a father. It's a house, Julianne. Bless your heart. That looks like it'll be terrible to paint with. But the whole beginning section of this has been Kendraxica looking at Seer occasionally being like, oh yeah, welcome to the madness. You'll get used to it, you know? Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's perfect, Gigi. Yay! He's even caught up in it. He's applauding. And they're not here. This is a cute frame. Still no sign of those notorious Grand Sirs. I dare say they're going to need more paint. I also love that that's his idea of a family crest. Very cute and fun. much as it pains me to admit it, a gentleman's stamina is not without limits. I dare say I could do with a spot of tea. Hey, Inspector, is it just me, or have those two been looking at us for the past few minutes? Oh, 'tis quite normal behavior for my adoring fans, I should think. When finally presented with an opportunity to meet their idol in the flesh, all too many succumb to their fear and flee. Or maybe, just maybe, they're the Grand Bloody Sirs. Come on, they're getting away! You know, whenever Kendraxica wants to go on a real vacation, she goes and finds Hildibrand. I think that's what happens. She's like, I don't have to be involved in this plot at all, except to, like, do a couple of things. Oh yeah, I absolutely remember hating coming here because I had to go to Idleshire and then come here, and there's no teleporting in between at all, trying to find all the aether currents in this area. Ugh. They very much said, you can fly now, right? Like, not yet. Yori, take me. I haven't run like that since Sir Cherrybear chased me up and down the steps of faith, brandishing a flaming... Wait, where's Gigi? Spare the flaming rod, spoil the milksop. Where could those two have got to? Hearken to me, you dastardly rapscallions! You have nowhere to run! Reveal yourselves at once! I shall not ask you again. Come forth, grand sirs, name yourselves and answer for your misdeeds. Old men. Slayer of 1,000 worms, the silver spear which hath pierced the very heavens, o'er land. Master of magics ancient and awesome, the divine hand which hath defeated all miladies save senescence and incontinence. Gone, Spart! The Grand Sirs Excelsior! I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Perhaps both. Grandsires, Grand Sirs, you stand accused of willfully and unlawfully convincing young maidens of Ishgard to attend private parties under false pretenses, thereby inflicting upon them financial and emotional distress. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, am come on behalf of these poor, defenseless innocents, and to see that no others are made to suffer as they did. Now lay down your arms and surrender yourselves into my custody. Ah, the audacity of this boy! You should feel ashamed of your words and deeds. He's like, yay! You will rue this day and rue it hard. Gods, how I've missed this. The air streaming past, the blood pumping, the taste of copper on my lips, the slight dizziness. It was on a day like this when we met, wasn't it? And when we soared into those azure skies, we never truly came back down. What is going on? Who is she? Do mine eyes deceive? Ixnay of my heart descended from Alone's halls to guide me to her bosom. My beloved, my everything, long have I waited for this moment. Take me in your arms once more and lift me higher, higher, higher! Higher, higher, higher! Is he just hallucinating all this and he never leapt into the sky? He'd die of a heart attack on the ground. Orland! 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 Alas, poor Orland. I knew him not in the slightest, but he seemed a decent man, chicanery and attempted murder notwithstanding. Oh, rest in peace, man. Oh, here's how it really happened. Went hiya. Oh, that's dangerous. Amazing. Even had a tablet of remembrance so quickly. Wait, I've seen this before all too recently. Yes, anyway, he's only mostly dead. If the Master of Magic's ancient and awesome here acts with all haste, the man may yet be saved. Who are you talking to? You! Oh, you are referring to me. I see, with all haste, was it? Yes, yes, I'll get right on that. O mournful voice of creation, send unto me a creature of the abyss, my thrall to command, that I may smite. No, wait, that's no good. Let me see. Something of a rather less controversial tradition, yeah. Something with more pep. A vortex of biting winds to rend the flesh. and smite my foes. Oh. Foes? I thought you were friends. What is he doing? Saint Renette, bugger me with a bleeding gable. My back, my back. 'Twould seem I underestimated you lot. We did not do that. That makes 2 of us? Enough, leave them be, or do you not care what becomes of the mammoth? He got captured! No! GG, but when? How? Why did she ever make him like that? I thought I recognized you, first in Ishgard, then in Idleshire. You've been following us since we left the capital. Bearer of faces fair and fearsome, the midnight shadow which hath deceived queens and queens. Doors! You can't possibly have been so naive as to think we'd not see through your ridiculous disguises. And yet here you are, so effortlessly and easily lured into our trap, for which we are most grateful, mind. My companions are hardly cut for life on the road. All has been in preparation for this moment. The parties, the petty schemes. From the first, the objective of this grand design has been this singular mammoth. I swear to you, if you harm Gigi in any way. We have no desire to hurt the boy, but we require his help to reclaim that which is rightfully ours, our youth. Oh my goodness, someone used a bomb before me, Inspector Hildibrand. Confound it, I can't see. Damn, they're all very slowly getting away. Papa Hildy! Gigi! Stay strong, my son. I swear I shall find you. Are we just gonna watch them leave very slowly? You think they're headed for the old mill? If not, can we go anyway? I haven't had cider in ages. Remind me again why we didn't just, you know... Fine job he did protecting that mammoth of his, eh? 12 strike me down for a fool. So desperate was I to seize the grand sirs that I failed to discern their true intent before it was too late. And now poor Gigi is in their clutches. What if I never see my beloved son again? I suppose we ought to be prepared for the worst. They could be halfway to Razat Han by now. I very much doubt that, given they were moving at an Adamantoy's pace. The little milksop's right. Let's go after the old buggers. That's what my mentor used to call me, among other things. Oh, the memories. Oh, bless your heart, guys. Hello, everybody. Let me guess. Wondering why I haven't gone and smacked him upside the head and put an end to this rubbish, eh? There's a time for cracking skulls and a time for letting your idiots of a son deal with his troubles on his own. That's why.
Fair enough.
I think he's sleeping or just resting his eyes. We mustn't act rashly. If they realize they are being watched, they may attempt to flee again. Very slowly.
Where are they? Over here? Don't worry, Gigi. I'll rescue you. It's just some passerby. So it seems that the Grand Sirs have been caught once more by the very inspector that was trying to catch them.
How ironic. Also, how premature. We have them, yes, but they still have Gigi. Damn it. If only some manner of opportunity would present itself. Ask and you shall receive. We can ambush that wizened dragoon, take him hostage, then demand an exchange. Inquisitor, sir, you disappoint me. A gentleman cannot condone the violent kidnapping and ransom of his elders. No, no, we shall approach this problem as paragons of honor and virtue. Kendraxica and will stalk and subdue the Grand Sir, then relieve him of his armor. What? How is stripping an old man naked more gentlemanly than taking him hostage? Rest assured, I shall reveal all soon enough. Godspeed, Kendraxica. Okay. You got it, you guys. You can count on me. No, I'm low enough level to aggro mobs. Huh? I knew you'd... Wait, who are you again? There's something awfully familiar about those muscular forearms, those strong-lit, tender-looking fingers. I say, would you be so kind as to massage my shoulders, young lady? There's this lingering ache, this tension that Gonspart can't seem to soothe with his magics. Yeah, sure. You gotta take off your armor, though. Remove my breastplate? Oh, of course, how silly of me. Pray lend me a hand with the straps. Absolutely. Truly, young lady, you are a saint. Yeah, don't worry about it. I swear, it's the little things you begin to appreciate. My dear departed wife used to help me with my armor, you know. Right, right, I should be seated but to better receive your tender ministrations. Ah, the healing tingle! Would that I had a tincture of salamander with which to treat these aches. My little Bigsney used to spread some on my chest and under my nose to help me slip through the night. Come now, don't be shy. Work those soothing fingers into every knot. Slowly make me forget my troubles. You got it, dude. Close your eyes and dream. Hildibrand's soft snoring suddenly stops, and you begin to fear you may have borne witness to his final moments. Leaning closer, you extend a hesitant finger, only to stop short when a sudden spasm signals the resumption of his labored breathing. Take the rest of his armor. Thank heavens he's wearing long johns. With the utmost care, you remove Orland's sabatons and breeches, leaving the sleeping old man exposed to the elements and at the mercy of nearby ravenous bears and tentacled morbles. May he rest in peace. Rexica's like, he'll be fine, probably.
I did it, Hildy.
Ah, my stalwart assistant, by your return, I gather you have taken care of the dragoon. And by taken care, I mean afford him all due courtesy as befitting a man of his years, whilst returning with the equipment I require. Yes, sir, here you go. Capital! Then without further ado, I shall disguise myself as Orland and free Gigi from captivity. But you look nothing alike. They may be old and slow, but they're not blind. Oh, ye of little faith, you are in for a treat, for you shall have a front row seat to this magnificent display of Mandervillian guile and subterfuge.
It started raining even harder.
Hey, isn't time for dinner yet? We just ate, you daft bugger! And where in the hell's is Orland? I know he's got to take a piss every hour, but damn it, he could at least be quick about it. And go to sleep.
What is this? He just took off his monocle!
Greetings, fellow antediluvians! I have returned!
Oh, bollocks.
It's about time! He's like, I did it!
Okay, no, that's bollocks.
Pack up your things. I want us back on the road in 10 minutes. Before we do that, we must first release young Gigi here. 'Tis behavior unbecoming a gentleman to keep children in cages. What in the seven hells are you blathering about? He is going to get away. No, he will not. See, still here within my care. Right then, on a completely unrelated note, I shall now take the boy with me on a brief sojourn into the wilderness. Fury, take me, it's working. He's about to walk out of here with Gigi, and they won't even try to stop him. So far, so good. I'm cold and there are marbles after me. I'm me, but you're also me. But that can't be unless... This is it. This is the moment when my life flashes before my eyes. Oh, my dearest Pigsney will be together at last. Oh, my goodness. did she do that? Imposter! How dare you attempt to trick me with a ruse so hackneyed it would make a minstrel blush? Ye gods, I never realized dying would hurt so much. Just come over here, please. Now's our chance. Gigi, come with me. Vivi, wait! What? My son, what's gotten into you? Vivi, where have I heard that name before? Remember who you are, Vivi. What you are! A creation of the great Charlene Archmagus Quan. Quan, I was given life by Grandpapa Quan. I remember now. We lived together, and he taught me many things about the outside world. How would we have possibly been able to find that information? What exactly do you remember, my son? Everything. Yes, everything. I remember that Grandpapa Quan created me, that he took care of me, raised me, and that we were very happy. But then he abandoned me. Grandpapa Quan abandoned me. He believed you were flawed, Vivi. That you lacked the power to turn back the hands of time and make him young again. And so, in his ignorance, he cast you out and died all alone. To turn back the hands of time? Then what we witnessed at the Crozier, with the Duke's priceless face, that power could be brought to bear on people. But wait, how do you know all this? You couldn't possibly have been associates of this Archmagus Quan. We found his journals during one of our many trips to the Great Library. Scavenging for valuable relics is one of the few ways we have left to make a living. We were famed heroes of the war in our prime, with fortunes to match. But no soldier has the strength to triumph over time, and before we knew it, the hour of the sheath was upon us. Ishgard no longer had need of our services. So we came here to eke out a living, to keep doing what we do best until our bodies wouldn't let us. Imagine to our surprise when we stumbled upon the opportunity of a lifetime. A second lifetime, as it were. A mammoth with the power to take that which was broken and restore it to its prime state. To turn back time with its temporal magics and give us back our misspent youth. Yori, take me. This is also... I don't even know if there's a precedent to determine whether or not this constitutes heresy. We knew where to look, even. With the journals, we determined that the mammoth was somewhere in the Western Highlands. A chance for a second chance was within reach. And then we were forced to watch as you imbeciles pulled Vivi from the snow, nearly ruining everything. Vivi, listen to me. Come with us and we can help you to unlock your true potential. Just think what you could accomplish were you to master your magics. Not only could you make us young again, but you may even have the power to restore life to the Archmagus Quan. Impossible. No magic can truly return the dead to us. At best, you can animate a corpse, and I need not review the precepts to declare that the products of necromancy are abominations in the eyes of the Fury. No! Gigi, wait! What of our adventures? What of our gazebo? You are a Manderville mammoth! You have always been so kind to me, Papa Hildy, and I will forever be grateful for that. But Grandpapa Quan made me. He made me, and I miss him, so even if it fails, I have to try. What are you doing? They're getting away! We have to stop them! Mayhap we must respect Gigi's decision. So that's the end of that chapter, eh? You're giving up and coming back home? I, too, made a decision long ago to become a traveling inspector, and I have ever stood by it. Mayhap it is from this singular stubbornness of mine that Gigi took inspiration. Nay, I cannot abide it. He is my flesh and blood, my son. I dare not let him use his temporal magics to pervert the natural order. Aye, it falls to me, his father, to ensure that Gigi keeps up the righteous path and only utilizes traditional methods of zombification to raise the dead. Inquisitor Sir, I must applaud your dedication to your work, and I cannot thank you enough for all you have done on our behalf. Yet I fear if we continue as we are, Gigi may be driven to rash action. Therefore, I would ask that you suspend your pursuit of the Grand Sirs for a time, that I may be afforded opportunity to convince my son to return peacefully. Well, seeing as we can only guess at the full extent of Gigi's powers, it might prove dangerous to act aggressively should he choose to use them. I knew you would understand. Right then, there is no time to waste. Nashu, let us retire to our new gazebo and discuss our plans. You got a full house. I suppose that'd been a shame if he had given up that easily, though that means I'll have to stick around even longer. On the other hand, if that bloody mammoth's really got the power to make them young again, then... Girl, you're fine. I said I'd suspend my pursuit, and I will, but that doesn't mean I won't continue my investigation into that mammoth and its powers in Ishgard. Back to Ishgard. Oof. Ah, I see you saw fit to return to the capital as well. The Inquisition has a rather large collection of heretical tomes, including many of the Charlatan origin, and I had a mind to scour them for information on temporal magics. This, of course, all for the sake of confirming the Mehmet's heretical origins. Yes, only that. Why are you looking at me like that, as if to imply that my interest in these matters is more than a professional one? I'm sure I don't know what you are not talking about. Thank you, Kendraxica. That will be all. Ba, 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 ba. GG! Grand Sirs. And I can't read Eorzean very well. How much do I have left to do? Let's find out.
Let's see. Oh, I've just got 2 more quests left. Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break. And run a couple ads. And I will be back in a few minutes to continue Hildibrand. BRB. And we're back! Did you guys enjoy your break? Okie dokie. We're gonna go kill these old people. I mean, figure out what's going on with Gigi. We need to speak, Draxica. I've been scouring the archives for any information regarding temporal magic since last we spoke, and the results have been rather troubling, to say the least. As you may or may not be aware, ancient Alag is portrayed in the Enchiridion as a cautionary tale, a great empire brought low by its vanity and hubris. However, there are certain apocryphal texts in which the Alagans are cast in a more sympathetic light, if not outright exalted. 'Twas in these texts that I found references to temporal magics once wielded by Alagan mages. Said magics could be used to halt, or even reverse, temporal state of a given object. If these accounts are to be believed, and if Gigi's abilities and these magics are one and the same, then it may well be possible for him to turn back the hands of time for the Grand Sirs, much as he restored the Duke's priceless vase. That being said, there is no telling how this will work with regards to a living being. Consider, if you will, that the vase was filled with water when shattered. Even if the vessel were restored, what would become of its former contents? Would it be filled with the water as before, the very same every drop returned, or would it be different water? Or would the water, once split, be forever lost? I speak of the soul, my friend, for even if one could use these magics to restore the dead to life, would they be as they were before, with all the same thoughts and memories and feelings? The Grand Sirs are convinced that they can regain their lost youth, and mayhap they can, but the dead who have entered into Helone's halls cannot return. They cannot. Yet Gigi is nevertheless resolved to try and resurrect Archmage's Quan. Speaking of which, according to some Charlian texts of the archives, Archmage's Quan was an accomplished scholar known for his study of ancient Alagan magics. Further evidence that Gigi's abilities are likely derived from ancient traditions, I suppose. But more importantly, I learned the location of the Archmage's former residence. Mayhap we could find something of interest there, something which could help us persuade Gigi to change his course. I had a mind to summon Inspector Hildibrand and make the journey there together. Would you be willing to join us? Yeah, sure. Excellent, then let us be about our business. I saw you, heretic! Another one? I beg your pardon, are you accusing me of being a heretic? Yes, you, Inquisitor Seer. I saw you sneak into the archives and seek out the forbidden tomes. I saw the mad light in your eyes as you partook of their forbidden knowledge. Oh, for the love of, I did all that for my investigation. Aha! You admit to your crimes. That you did secretly, without permission, in blatant contravention of our rules, read forbidden tomes. Then by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. Fight back. You stupid, ignorant. Are you all so desperate to keep your God's damned jobs that you'll go around accusing all the world and his wife of heresy? Is that what you've been reduced to? I'm sick and tired of looking for heretics in every bloody shadow, of trying to guess the secret sins of everyone I meet. It's stupid and pointless, and we're better than that, damn it! We're better than that! If you will not surrender yourself, then I will have no choice but to inform my superiors. You have anything to say for yourself? Oh, that all came tumbling out, didn't it? I suppose there's no point in trying to convince myself that I have no personal investment in this matter, or that I still have a professional one. Somewhere along the way, I suppose I stopped looking for the guilty and started looking for
for the truth, perhaps, and a way to help those in need. But there's no place for people like that in the Inquisition, is there? And it's only a matter of time before that stuttering fool comes back with an armed guard. Let us depart for Idleshire at once. We need to find the inspector. Maybe you could become an inspector. Let's go say hi to Hildibrand. Gosh, there's so many blue quests. I didn't even think about this place when I was thinking about trying to unlock things with the blue quests. Twould seem we arrived too late. Inspector Hildibrand has already gone off on his own to confront the Grand Sirs. They came back briefly to trade jingly shine for supplies and whatnot, you see, and the gobbies ear caught them trading tongue flaps about killing dragons in the Forelands. When the inspector learned about it later, he said he had to get after them right away and backtake Gigi. He said he had a duty, not as an inspector, but as a father. Bugger that! He's got no obligations to a bloody mammoth, especially one that chose to leave of its own free will, as I recall. I swear, I turned my back on the boy for one bleeding second and he loses his goddamn mind. I'm afraid he might try to do something reckless. Don't you think we should try to find him and offer hand lending? I am rather more concerned about what will happen if the Grand Sirs attack, or worse, kill any Hraesvalger's brood. But first things first, I suppose. Kendraxico, would you be so kind as to assist Mr. Snashu and Julian in their search for the inspector? I will pay a visit to Archmagus Quan's abandoned abode in the meantime. Oh, and before you think to refuse, know that you need not fear for my safety. Let us just say our singular experiences together have inured me to the harsh realities of, well, reality. Huh. Could it be the scrawny little shite's finally found a spine? Let's start by heading to Tailfeather. I reckon the inspector probably went there to first ask after the Grand Sirs, so if we do the same, we're sure to catch up with him eventually. I'll be there in a second, don't worry. Hildy practically grew up in the saddle. Gave him his firm thighs and buttocks, it did. Lovely information to have. Right then, I say we split up and make inquiries separately. If you learn anything about the inspector or the Grand Sirs or Gigi, come and tell me. You got it, Nashu. Where is it? Here he is. The Ishgardians and with the mammoth, they were here, aye, proclaiming all the sundry that they were going to slay the greatest dragon of them all. Cause only know if the naive fools were serious. Three dragon slayers and a mammoth, eh? I'd call you a mummer if it hadn't seen them come through earlier, boasting about how they were off to kill the biggest one yet. Look at the little chocobo running around like a maniac.
Doesn't even have his egg off his butt yet. Oh, those daft sods. They were for Annex Shrine. Not quite sure what their intentions were, but they were awfully confident. That much I recall. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Where do they go? Ah, shoot. There you are. I figured out where he is.
Oh, I see! So the Grand Sirs were headed for Annex Shrine!
And my dear boy wasn't far behind them either.
What are we waiting for? Let's go! Let's go!
Over there. We're gonna fight a dragon! Oh, hey, man. Did Hildy do this? Usually he ends up on the receiving end.
Oh, I found one of the Grand Sirs!
The poor unfortunate soul who bears a striking resemblance to Orland is quite firmly embedded in the earth.
Would you look at that? The inspector sure gave him what for.
That may be, but where'd the other two get to? Not to mention the mammoth.
Why don't we pull him out and ask? Though, having said that, it looks easier said than done. Oh, how silly of me. I'm sure you've got more than enough strength to yank him free, right, Kendraxica?
I might have the strength, but I do not have the leverage. I mean, absolutely. I sure can. I can yank him out. No problem.
It's Hildibrand! Well, I'll be. He's wearing some sort of magic mask that makes him look like the inspector. Just like that man of 1,000 faces back in Ul'dah.
First of all, that wasn't a man. Second of all, no, that's Hildibrand, alright. There's no fooling a mother's eyes. I say, what trouble has my beloved son gotten himself into this time?
Why, hello there, Lord Godbert and Inspector Seer. How'd you two end up traveling together?
Blind fortune, you might say. I was too far from Tailfeather when the night began to fall, but fortunately Lord Godbert chanced to find me wandering in the wilderness. Lord Edmont told me all about his recent trouble with the Grand Sirs, and well as Hildy's investigation. And a father cannot help but take an interest in his son's affairs, can he? As for me, I was eager to share with you my latest findings, namely Archmagus Juan's research notes. I haven't slept like that since I was buried in the Lich Yard. Well, I must confess no small measure of embarrassment to be found in such a state, having been so unceremoniously disposed of by the Grand Sirs. But ignominy notwithstanding, I am grateful for your succor, and pleasantly surprised to be reunited with you all.
This wouldn't have happened had you just waited for us instead of... Wait, what in the hells are you wearing that rubbish? An impenetrable disguise is essential when consorting with the criminal elements. Alas, 'twould seem the Grand Sirs have grown more perceptive in their newfound youth. Wait, do you mean they've already regained their youth? What about Gigi? Did you see him? Was he behaving strangely? Now that you mention it, his warm, soulful eyes were rather more pointy now than I remember. By the Fury. Not pointy! According to Archmage's Quan's notes, that's a sign of Gigi's using too much magic. If he carries on like this, his aether will be expended and he'll end up not more than an empty husk. This is terrible news. We must catch up to the Grand Sirs at once. Do you know where they were headed? All I heard was that they were keen to slay dragons. They were bound for the Churning Mists, a place called Zenith, to kill a great worm named Nidhogg. Oh, I already killed him, though. There's not a Nidhogg there. Really? That all happened? Huh. Ahem. I meant the other one, Race-Velger. Race-Velger? Fury take me, that... What could they possibly hope to achieve? Well, I'm sure this will go well. Oh wait, hold on. At least we found the inspector, right? After finally achieving peace after 1,000 years of war, they want to kill Race-Velgar? That doesn't make any sense. He looks well enough, but I wonder. Watching Hildy learn and grow as a father reminds me of my own trials and tribulations. I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, do hereby ask you all to aid me in rescuing my son and putting a stop to the Grand Sir's machinations. You know, there's really no need for all that. We came because we wanted to help. I, Nashu, faithful assistant, maker of explosives extraordinaire, do hereby present to you this fresh change of clothing. Capital! I knew I could count on you, Nashu. I shall change en route. Come, my friends, to Zenith and to Gigi. They're walking slowly. Right behind you guys. His disguises may be amazing, but nothing beats the classic inspector look. Huh, to think that I stand in the heart of the Dravanian territory. Me! How long ago was I scouring the streets for heretics? Spending too much time at this high altitude can't be good for my skin. I say, what brilliant craftsmanship! How did they manage? Make ready, my friends. The final battle with the Grand Sirs is at hand. Ugh. 'Twould seem my wounds were more serious than I thought. I fear I am in no condition to confront our foes. There is but one thing that could restore me to my former indomitable self. Don't you worry, I've got some salamander oil right here. Shall Mummy give her baby boy a massage? Oh, my dearest Mummy. Mother dearest, I would not impose upon you, not when my ever-loyal associate Kendraxica stands ready to minister to my muscles. He's gonna make me do it? I'm so little, though, I can't reach. Don't tell me you're embarrassed. Let Mummy take care of little Hildy's hurts. My dear wife, I know you mean well, but let Kendraxicus handle it. Theirs is a bond which transcends time and space and personal boundaries. That's true. If that's the way of it, I'm counting on you, Kendraxica. Let us brook no further delay. Come, my friend, coat my body in oil as you have done many a time before. I think I've only, done it once. Why do you hesitate? Have we not done this time and time again? Oil me up, woman! Okay. Ooh, how it soothes my aches and pains. Quickly now, knead it into my flesh. Knead as you have never kneaded before. Okay. Such furious kneading. I applaud your enthusiasm, but mayhap I urge you to excessive force. Nay, you were in the right. Already the gentle warmth begins to spread throughout my body. The fires of righteousness burn anew in my breast. Hold, my son. Though your passion is renewed, you may yet be spurred to greater feats of Mandervillian strength. Derived from the purest essence of salamanders, the ancient legacy of House Manderville, Salamanderville! To you, my beloved son, now become a proud father, I bequeath this most sacred of oils. Salamanderville? Could it be that the legends were true? Your muscles shall shine with the brilliance of 1,000 suns. No mortal man will have the power to do you harm. Verily, it is so, for by its grace did I once weather the slings and arrows of a bandit horde and bring my hammer of justice to bear upon their wicked heads. The time has come, Kendraxica. Take this oil and help Hildy become the Manderville man he was meant to be. Here you go. Slash it in your face. Oh! Oh, the Salamanderville! How it flows into every nook and cranny! Quickly now, lay your hands upon me! Massage me with all your might! Can you sit down first? You're so tall. Yes! Yes! That's the spirit! I can feel it building and rising! Rising! Hi, King Cactin! Welcome in. Don't worry about it. About what's happening here. We're on adventure. Ugh. Such passion. Such fervor. I am the inferno unbound, the tempest unleashed, but I have not yet begun to pose. Are you okay, Hilly? Hildibrand? Ugh. I am a Manderville man! Ah, the Salamanderville is my word. I have never felt so alive. Such vibrant colors, such intense sounds, such fragrant smells. Mother, father, Kendraxica, 'twas your oils and your strong yet tender fingers which opened my eyes to the glory of creation. I am a gentleman inspector reborn. Onward to zenith! No matter the laws of nature they pervert or the limits they break, the Grand Sirs can do naught to stop me. Let's go. We're about to storm the castle. Look at us, so serious. He's young.
He's handsome.
She really could have done her eyeshadow that way the whole time, but she's beautiful. And they're like, we're just gonna watch. We'll be fine.
Gigi's so angry.
Grand sirs, I have come for my son. Oh, must we do this now? We have a dragon to slay. There is no need for any of this. The war is over. But not for long. The worm's death will give rise to a new era of fire and blood, and we, having consumed his eyes, will use our new powers to win untold glory on the battlefield. Our legends will echo into eternity. You would doom countless innocents for glory? No, I won't allow it over my dead body! Far be it from us to deny you, then. This is the end for you. The ultimate end. Ooh. Hildibrand. Oh, that's gonna make me dizzy. Whoa! Hildibrand, awaken your true powers. Whatever your job is technically.
I think he was a lancer. No, leave my boy alone. Fight me instead. Oof. Wow. Unrelenting. Or are they just attacking him? Who is she? It's his wife. Oh, nice effect. Hildibrand, no! Stand up! We just got you new clothes.
Have faith, my love. He is our son. Gigi, my beautiful boy, pray do not look upon me with such pointy eyes. Let Papa Hildy take you home for our to our gazebo.
Stop calling me that. My name is Vivi. Vivi, I remember everything. My powers, my purpose, my Grandpa Quan. I made them young again, but it's not enough. I need more. More. I need the worm's eyes, and then I can finally bring him back.
I'm sorry, Gigi, but no, you cannot. Grandpapa Quan is gone. He's right, Gigi. Mayhap you could restore his corporeal form and breathe life into it, but his soul, what made him your grandpapa, is forever beyond your reach. That's not true. I can restore anything to its ideal form, to the way it should be, even Grandpapa Quan, even you, Papa Hildy. Please, Gigi, you have to stop. If you keep using your power, you'll die.
No, Gigi. You cannot return him. He's already in his prime. Wow, full blast. I don't understand. Your clothes are still dirty and tattered.
I am always in my prime. As they should be, Gigi. For my every waking moment is as the gods intended. Every day I live life to the fullest. Every day I enjoy grand adventures. I found your grandpa's research notes. What he gave you wasn't the power to make things the way they were. He gave you the power to change the world, to make things the way you yourself believed they should be. That's why your magics have no effect on the inspector, because you know in your heart that this battered and bruised form of his is, in its own way, right. My thoughts exactly, Inquisitor Seer, and it is for this self-same reason that you were unable to make the Grand Master Quan younger. In your heart you knew there was naught that needed to be changed. Your beloved grandpapa was exactly as he should be. Your every day was to be treasured and worthy of celebration. Then what about the Grand Sirs? Why was I able to make them young again? All you truly knew of them were the stories they told, wondrous tales of daring do by heroes in the prime of their lives. It's no wonder you were able to envision them as such. That's all they ever talked about when they were young and free and full of fire. At first, Archmagus Quan didn't understand the true nature of your abilities. He struggled to deduce why you could not make him younger as he originally intended. Eventually, he realized that your fond memories of him were preventing you from conceiving him as anything but an elderly creator, and the only way to achieve his goal would be to take them from you. But you were all he had left in the world, no longer a mere mammoth, but a friend, family, his only family, his grandson. He couldn't bear to lose you, so he renounced his quest for immortality. But I still lost my memories in the end. He was afraid of leaving you all alone in the world, afraid that others would attempt to take advantage of you and your magics. So before he died, he decided to take your memories from you after all, to protect you. But despite his best efforts, something remained, something stronger and more powerful and more resilient than anything Archmagus Quan ever dared to dream. You were never broken, Gigi. You were never abandoned. All he wanted was to set you free. Free? Free to do what? Whatever you like, Gigi, don't you see? That was his final gift to you. A new life, a new story, all your own. This has all been very, very touching, but we're not getting any younger. Well, you aren't, at any rate. We have suffered your meddling long enough. I intended to use this trap to kill the worm, but since you're all so perfectly positioned... What? You can't do that?
Gigi! Gigi, no! You do not have pointy eyes anymore. Gigi! Oh! I am Vivi, grandson of Archmagus Quan, and Gigi, son of Hildibrand, Hilidor, Maximilian Vanderbill! That wasn't the full name, but I can't read that fast. Out loud. Can he make himself into a real boy? Or did he just use up all of his magic on that? Hildibrand, get up. Your son needs you, Hildibrand. Oh, they didn't take off my horns. Perfect. You okay, man? Nothing changed. It's as it should be. Gigi, no! He even lost his armor. Oh my gosh. It's like, no. Oh. It's like, I'm ready to fight. Oh. No! My boy! Why, cruel world? Why? He was so young. In that he was like at least 100 years old. It's like it never happened. With the last of his strength, he turned back the hands of time. Not just for the pillars, but for us all. He made us all as we once were, as we were meant to be. After all that gallivanting about I get bugger all, what about my misspent youth? I was not meant to be this bloody old. Ha ha ha, such a fine day. Never have I squatted with such perfect form. I may well have reached my physical peak. What raw attacks your age, you daft sod? You look foolish. You should be grateful. Gigi saw what you had become and gave you a second chance. That was our second chance to really relive our glory days.
It was all rather silly, though, wasn't it? Maybe Quan had the right of it. Maybe it's not so bad growing old. I was a coward when I was young, but now that I'm old, I'm not afraid to say things like, I love you, Doris. Oh. 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 You're a blind, bloody fool gone smart. Is he still not awake yet? Say, am I dead again? Quite alive, Inspector, along with everyone else thanks to Gigi. The Grand Sirs are also in our custody. Ha ha ha! That's my boy! Where is the little tyke anyway? Gigi embarked on a grand new adventure. He's no longer with us. I see. If that's what he wanted then I could not be happier for him. I am sure Archmagus Quan would feel the same way. What do we do now, Inspector? Is it not obvious, Nashu? The wide, wide world beckons to us with the promise of mystery and wonder. We shall resume the never-ending quest for cases perplexing and profound, and perhaps one day we shall meet young Gigi again. I hate to admit it, but this whole mess got me thinking that maybe it wouldn't be so bad if I really did have a grandson. You did right by Gigi, Hildy. Your father and I can see that. We're proud of the man you've become. And I am proud of you too, Mother, for finally come to terms with the ephemeral nature of physical beauty and allowing yourself to age gracefully. She is going to beat you up. Gracefully, was it? Team Rocket's around you. I fear we may had a failure to communicate. Team Rocket's blasting off again. Oop. There he goes again. Wait for me, Inspector. Wait. Hark! What is that curious light I spy in the far eastern skies, and this oh-so-familiar scent which fills my nostrils? Do I smell a case? Worry not for me, my friends, for wherever the wronged want for succor, I, Hildibrand, shall be there till we meet again!
Bye, Hildibrand. See you in Stormblood. I say, you do know that so long as the core remains intact, little Gigi is not actually dead? That's right! So dry your tears, boy. There's no need for all this moping about. He has fallen into a dormant state because he used all his ether. His core will gradually recharge as it draws upon the ambient ether, and in time he will awaken from his torpor. I shall tend the child for now. As for these three, I should be glad to take them back to Ishgard in your stead. A most generous offer, my lord, but hardly necessary. After all, 'tis my duty to bring them to justice. Oh yes, it was my duty. After everything I said to that young inquisitor, I can't go back to Ishgard. They'll toss me into jail and throw away the key if they don't kill me outright. So go to Ildashire and live in Hildy's gazebo. Someone ought to look after it while he's away, no? That doesn't sound all that bad, actually. Well, glad I am to accept your offer. I suppose there's nothing for it but to wait till he comes back down. It was most graceful strike, my love. You haven't lost your touch. Yep. And I am also here. Bravo! Look at him. The most gentlemanly of smiles. I suppose there's nothing for it but to leave the Grand Sirs to Lord Godbert, and for me to see Inspector Hildibrand's gazebo. I'd like to thank you for everything you've done. If you find yourself in Idleshire, come and see me. There are a few arrangements that I need to make, but I can't imagine that it'll take that long for me to settle in. Thank you, my friend, until we meet again. I was under the impression that I'd have to do some dungeons. Looking back on the course I've run, it's not hard to think of the man I was and feel ashamed. Before I took on this case, I had only left the capital a handful of times. The rubbish I believed, the facts I considered unassailable. Fury take me, what a fool I was. If I hadn't met you and the inspector and Gigi, I would have never realized how much I had come to hate my job. Nor would I have discovered how much more satisfying it is to seek out the truth. The whole truth. One might say that getting labeled a heretic and having to flee Ishgard is the best thing that could have happened to me. After all, I am free to start a new life here in Idleshire as a consulting inspector. Yes, you have to get new clothes to match. Ah, but enough of that. There's someone I'd like you to meet. Ah! Lord Godbert made some modifications, as you can see. His smaller size should allow him to absorb ether more effectively over time.
We thought that if he were able to travel with you and share in your grand adventures, that maybe it would hasten his reawakening. Little baby Gigi! Thank you, my friend. I do hope our paths cross again someday. May the Fury bless and keep you. Hello, little baby. We're gonna go on so many adventures. The credits are in Eorzean. Hildibrand Manderville. Oh, does he have a new outfit? Yes! Look at him! Perfect. He's throwing away his Bible? Wow. Brave of him. GG. What does that say? What do they have to do with anything? Hildibrand will return? Question mark? Yes, he will. Yay! Look at look. Achievement. Yay! My boy! GG! My boy! No more minions can be added to favorites. Hold on. I can pick some people out. Look at all of them. It's fine. My boy! Oh, I gotta... put the pet emote on here. My boy Gigi! Perfect! Awesome! Let's go back to Ul'dah. We can close out! We gotta find someone to raid! Oh, that's cute. Anyways. Thank you guys for watching.
So exciting. We got through all of it today. Woohoo! We'll see what I do next time. Yeah, woo! I thought that I would have to fight in some dungeons. But apparently not in that one. But that's fine. Let's go find someone to raid. Shall we? Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Pony's live. What is he doing? Playing more Final Fantasy. Let's go raid him. Have a wonderful time. I'm probably playing tomorrow and we're playing the Sprouts with frogs. Continuing Crystal Tower and all that stuff. But until then, take care of yourselves, go say hi to Pony, and have an excellent night. Bye!